Portsmouth brought a huge following, packing the visitors' end. But the total gate was just over 9,000. The commentators Phil Duffel.
A record of just 3 wins in 19 league and cup games has seen a section of Swindon Town fans turning on the manager. But Steve McMahon's been offered a job for life by the chairman, and he sends out this team today, with the midfield strengthened by the return of Frenchman Philippe Cuervo, Mark Walters and Scott Leach. After a change in the managerial hot seat at Pompey, Alan Ball has the South Coast club heading in the right direction. Though just 3 places off the bottom, there's still work to be done. Plenty of Swindon connections in this Portsmouth formation. Alan McLaughlin, Adi Whitbread and Andy Thompson are all former county ground men, as is substitute Fitzroy Simpson. It's Portsmouth in a change kit of all yellow then who get the game underway. This county ground pitch has soaked up a lot of rain. Perhaps of more concern to the players now is a stiff wind blowing across the ground from left to right. So that's at Swindon's backs in the first half. Healthy band of supporters have made their way up from the South Coast, and they're certainly making plenty of noise at the county ground. And today's referee is Ken Leach, who comes from Wolverhampton. Cuervo against Robinson. It breaks for Collins. Leach is under pressure from Hillier, who's won the ball fair and square, says the referee. Now this is Alosi. Claridge ahead of him. The 2 strikers combine. The shot screwed well wide in the end. But, you can't give Steve Claridge too much space in and around the penalty area. Portsmouth playing the ball around with the kind of confidence you'd expect from a team in a good run of form. Ball's been kept in play. Back for Vlachos. Straight at Frank Talia. Keeper's positioning was spot on. It was an impressive strike from the Greek international midfielder. Certainly got plenty behind the ball, but likewise Frank Talia in the Swindon goal. Swindon perhaps building up ahead of steam. Gooden's cross. Coe fighting for it. It's off the defender. That's a brilliant save. That would have been a spectacular own goal from the former Swindon man, Adi Whitbread. He certainly didn't know too much about it, and Flayhaven, away to his right, pulled off a great save. Robinson and Taylor are perhaps the favoured targets. It's a free header for Robinson, and he should have scored. Shocking marking at the back by Portsmouth there. Robinson no more than 10 yards or so from goal. Really should have done better, and I think he knows it. Careless though by McLaughlin. This is Robinson for Swindon. Can they find a goal before half-time? Finney trying to do just that. Great ball for Robinson. Real chance. It's wide. Super move by Swindon. The best bit of give and go you've seen this afternoon. Robinson eventually with a cutback. Steve Coe hit it first time. Unfortunately hit it just wide. Portsmouth fans making sure it's a noisy start to the second half. Robinson. Still going. Now for Coe. Corner for Swindon. There are times when they just seem to click and get the little passes going. Walters with the famous step over. Oh, Robinson. Now, is that a penalty? Well, it looked cast iron, and the referee says no. Well, one thing you can't fault is the official's positioning, because he was no more than a few yards away from the incident. But at first sight, I thought that was a penalty. Mr. Leach says no. Been 1 or 2 questions asked of Swindon's commitment in recent weeks, but they've certainly put everything into this game so far. Remains to be seen if they get the result they want, which is 3 points out of it. Alford's header drops kindly for Leach. It's a good strike. Well plucked out by the keeper. Scott Leach bursting through the midfield area. Hit it first time for goal. The keeper watched it all the way. Free kick played short for Pethick. That's a good tip over by the keeper. Nice height for the goalkeeper. But it was certainly travelling as it came towards him. And Frank Talia just shot up the right hand to help it on its way. Leach turns away from Hillier. Forward to Coe. Now Finney. Chance for Steve Finney. Great save by the goalkeeper. Well, Playhaven hasn't had much to do, but on the couple of occasions he's been called upon, he's produced stops out of the top drawer, and that was certainly one of them. Cuervo chops down Hillier, who wants to get on with it quickly. He'd seen Pethick in space. Gooden's getting back to try and close him down. May yet come to Durnin, and Portsmouth have won it at the death. It's John Durnin, and it's disaster for Swindon Town. The goal coming with 22 seconds of injury time played, and the celebrations are all for the men in yellow. Swindon may be caught napping at the free kick, and John Durnin made the most of the space in the middle and just tucked it beyond Talia. That surely will be the winner. It's all over. It's another home defeat for Swindon Town. It's victory for Portsmouth and joy for their supporters. John Durnin, the hero of the hour, certainly the hero of the last minute as far as they were concerned. Stoppage time winner, netting 3 points for Alan Ball's side. Well, Steve, I suppose today the ultimate kick in the teeth, really. Good performance and nothing out of it.
I'd name a different part of the anatomy rather than the mouth. It's a right sort of kick in the groin area, but I think overall performance, I was pleased for the players' attitude today. They've gone a long way to answering a few doubters. A few questions that were raised there during the week. Commitment was there, effort was there. The football we played at times was very good considering the conditions. It was just lacking in that final. We should have come away with 3 points. You know, the penalty decision, or the penalty that should have been, was outrageous decision in anyone's book of refereeing.
Well, certainly a more committed performance from Swindon than we've seen in recent weeks.
Yeah, they seemed to play quite well, didn't they? You know, but they had 1 or 2 chances, but they're just not bearing the chances, you know, and it just seems they've gone on a bit of a bad run since they sold Wayne Allison back in November, and I think they topped the league at that time.
Well, these are the kind of chances that perhaps would have gone in for them at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, well, it's a good corner, you know, and the lad gets plenty of space, Robinson. All he's got to do is hit the target with the header. There's plenty of pace on the ball, and this is the penalty. I've got to agree with Steve. You know, Robinson in the yellow, he's tackling Robinson in the red, and he doesn't make contact with the ball, and it's a clear penalty. Swindon get the penalty, they go on and win the game.
But they've had just 4 wins now in 20 matches, I think. Do you think that's the kind of form they're showing that could see them fighting relegation at the end of the season? I
think when you go on a run like that, then sooner or later, providing they keep showing the commitment, they will start winning again. They're not far off the relegation, but they're also still not far off the playoff places.
What about Portsmouth, though? It's been a good time for them, hasn't it, with Alan Ball?
Well, Portsmouth have been down there a long time now, haven't they? They've spent most of the season down in the bottom 3, so all of a sudden they get a couple of wins together and they're starting to creep up the table. I think they'll be OK at the end of the year. Not
a good time for Swindon to put up their ticket prices, though. I mean, the fans are unhappy enough anyway, aren't they?
Well, I think just at the moment they seem to have shot themselves in the foot. The manager's getting a bit of stick, Rikki Hunt's getting a bit of criticism, and they go and do that for whatever reason, and all of a sudden everybody's on the backs now.